Hello friends, today we will see how to import any CAD model from SolidWorks, CATIA, any external file like STP, PRT or XT file. So it is very simple to import any file. Just click open and you can select your desired file. Here I am selecting CATIA B5 file so I can see all the CATIA part file. Select and OK. The file will automatically convert and the file will come, but history will not come. This is the imported object, and here you can also see cat part is the extension for CATIA file. Again, open. In new location, I want to open PRT file. PRT file for annex. So select the annex file and you can see this is the annex part file. You can open. And if you want to open any parasolid file, any xt file, so you can also select the file and open. It will directly open in annex. The file may be assembly or any other file, right? Again, come to this, and here now I want IGS file, so you can also select any IGS file and the file will convert. Okay, again come to this. Now the next extension is step file. I want to open one step file and the file will come. So hope you understand how to import the file. One more method is there. Go to file and here from import you can also import any part file, parasolid file, AutoCAD file, STL file, any IGS, step, CATIA V5, V4, Creo and so on. So we can import from open option directly. Friends, in this lecture we will see how to define blank geometry. We will cover this blank geometry separately in upcoming lecture, but here I am giving you the overall uh, information about the blank geometry, which type of option we have and how to define different type of blanks. So first we have geometry. It means if you have a part as well as blank geometry, so that time you can define part and blank as a geometry. So we need both blank and part for defining this geometry. See, so in this example, I have this part. Okay, this is turnmill part, and double click over the workpiece, and here we have first option, this geometry. So I have selected this part as a geometry. Now I need a blank. So we have different type of option like geometry. So first I'm going to use geometry. So for defining a geometry, we need a geometry in part navigator. So you can see here, this is the body, the main part, and one more extruded body as a blank geometry. If you want to add it, you can add it by double clicking. If you have created, so this option you will get. If you have not created, you have just imported the option, so you cannot directly add it with sketch command. We have different option to change this or add it, but here we have the sketch, so I can directly add it. Now come to this, and from this workpiece, now we can select this geometry as a blank geometry and OK and OK. So this is the first option. Okay. And for second option, we need bounding block. If you want to create a block around the part geometry, so we can also create bounding block. You can also edit it. If you want to offset in x direction, y direction, or z direction, we can add material in any direction. That may be positive or negative, depend upon your requirement. So this is the part geometry. Now come to workpiece. Here is my part geometry. Okay. And for blank, I'm going to use bounding block. So click here and use this bounding block. So bounding block will come. It will cover the geometry completely. If you want to add, like I want to add in this direction, if you will drag, it will shift. If you will drag, it will shift. So add the value in z direction. So it is 50, and in negative z it is 0. It means it is touching the bottom face, and 5 mm up from the top. So this gap is 5. Similarly, you can also add here like 5, where it is, say this, it is 5. Now I'm going to add 5 here. So 104. So keep this 0 and 5. Now it is 5 here. I want to add more 5, 109, and here I want 5. So 5 mm in negative direction, 5 mm in positive direction. So in this way we can define bounding block. Okay. And okay. Now the third option is bounding cylinder. It's depend upon the cylindrical, it will use for the cylindrical object, and it depend upon the part geometry where you want to decide your cylindrical axis. So let's see with the example. So with the same example, this time I don't want this geometry, so you can also remove this and click here, and this time I want bounding cylinder. If you will select this bounding cylinder, hit OK. Why it is visible? Because it is a geometry, so you can hide it from the geometry. And now double click here on the work part and the workpiece, and for blank I am using bounding cylinder. Now if you want to change the axis, you can change from here, specify vector, and my axis is this one. So according to the vector this will change, and okay, say this. The size of the cylinder is not properly, it is a little bit bigger, so we can reset it. Okay. Now it is just the same size of my geometry. If you want to increase in radial direction or in axial direction, so drag it. So this direction is height, I want 50, right? Distance from here or here, wherever you want, you can shift it. And similarly for the diameter, I want 43, so diameter will also increase by 0.5 mm on each side. Okay. So this is the workpiece and blank with bounding cylinder. Next option is part outline. So part outline will define a blank from the outer boundary of a part, and that outer boundary will extrude up to the top surface. Let's say this. So here I have this part. Now double click here. The part is this one. For blank, see I have already used. So click here. If you will use this bounding block, this will come, the corner will come, but I just want the part outline You can see the part outline from the bottom. This blue face is a part outline, and it will extrude up to the top face. If you want to increase in Z direction, so you can add the value. Okay, so this is the way. And offset, whole boundary will offset 2 mm from the vertical face, from the boundary, right? So this is the part outline. We will see all these options in upcoming lecture, no problem. With example, I will tell you where we can use different type of blank. Next option is part convex full. This is the simplified version of the part outline. You can see here we have the curve, but the geometry will automatically simplify and it will ignore smaller cut, round, chamfer, and it creates a simplified geometry for the blank. With the same example, double click here and I'm using blank, and blank I am using part convex hull. See, it will automatically ignore this smaller cut and geometry will come like this. Okay, so this is the part convex hull. For IPW in process workpiece, we need to define the previous operation. With the help of previous operation, the material which is left by the previous operation, we can assign that remaining material as a blank for upcoming operation. Or we have one more method to define. See, for the first case, I'm going to delete the second one so that I can show you what I want to tell you. Right, so this is the part, and if you will see, the blank is this bounding block, and here is the operation. And if you will verify it, this option we will cover. Now the material is cut. The material which is left over, I want to save this material as a IPW. So we can use IPW and save this IPW and create the remaining material will work now as a geometry. See, here we have, right? This is the IPW, and you can select it by change this fascinate body. This is a fascinate body. One more thing, in some condition we can assign part is this one. I don't want complete blanks, so I can use a little bit portion of the geometry to define. See here, this is the part, and I'm going to define this geometry as a blank. So I have created a sketch. With the help of sketch, I have extruded it. Now I'm going to define this geometry as a blank. So we use geometry, so it is very easiest way to define blank. And after creating the toolpath, you can use this toolpath for all other slots, all other pockets. Next option is offset from part. We use this type of blank in forging part. So we can assign some material like 0.5. So this complete part will offset 0.5 in all direction, and we will remove the excess material with machining. Let's say this. So for this operation, I'm going to double click. The part is this one. For blank, click here. The by default it is outline. I'm using offset from part and assign the material like 0.5 and okay, and okay. Now I need to regenerate this. And why it is visible? It is visible because of this workpiece. If you will delete, that will also remove. Now verify this. If you will verify in 3D dynamic, we can see the blank. See, here is a blank. It is offset some material which we have specified here, this 0 0.5. So 0 0.5 material is all around the part that we can define with offset part. So hope you understand this. We will cover all this operation, all this type of blank in upcoming lecture. Thank you for watching.